On Inside Pest Management today, we're going to be talking about rodents and giving you some advice on what to do when you first think you have a rodent issue. Well, first off, do we have a rodent problem? Are you hearing some scratching up in the ceiling areas? And that scratching will be very prevalent, generally in one spot, and will be consistent, okay? The walls, you're gonna hear the same type of consistent scratching. Underneath in the crawl space or basement, you may hear some rattling noises. Or you may also actually see live rodents or rodent evidence, such as droppings or urine marks in or around your property. First thing I always try to advise to people is please try to keep a lot of emotion and stress out of a situation that's already gonna have some. I understand it can be stressful knowing that you may have a rodent issue inside your structure, whether it be commercial or residential. It's all the same type of issue. What we need to do is make sure that you're getting a good service and you know what to expect. I recommend performing a very cursory inspection on your own, just to familiarize yourself with the property and what may be going on. If you have a garage, go in that garage and take a look under and around some of those items. Rats will travel between walls and items. So behind appliances, behind storage items, storage racks, those are spots you want to look, and you'll see the droppings. You may even see some chewing, some destroyed items from rodents. That's what you're looking for. On the inside, do this kind of the same thing around your furniture, maybe behind those appliances. Hey, grab a 6-foot ladder, pop in that attic, and just take a brief look. What you're looking for is just, hey, do I see rodent droppings? Do I see a bunch of light coming through some holes? Do I actually see any pest activity? And then in the crawl space, you don't have to get in it, but let's go around the exterior and let's see if those screens and vents are still intact, especially that crawl space access door. That's probably the number one way that pests enter a structure is through that crawl space access that never gets closed all the way. Once you do that, you'll have a better idea of kind of what's going on in your property because you've looked at your property with that pest control eye. Now you'll be able to engage with a pest control company or representative a little bit better. You'll also be able to kind of guide that pest control representative on your service. Say, hey man, I saw some openings here. I was in my attic, I saw this. I was in my garage, I saw this. That way you guys will be on the same page. Once you've kind of done that, then let's engage a company. I recommend contacting at least 4 companies and choosing 3 to come and give you a bid. Now, when does that have to happen? If you're just starting to hear noises in walls or a crawl space, you have time. Either that rodent just got in and is starting to make those noises, or you've had a problem that's been going on for a little bit of time and it's just starting to become prevalent. Either way, you've got a little bit of time. Let's get those bids, let's get those calls this week, let's get those inspections scheduled for the next 7 to 10 days, and let's get this service done as soon as we can. If you're seeing rodents or rodent evidence inside your location, call now, okay? Once you have rats inside of a location, that elevates that level of concern. And once you see that, I would be calling that day to organize your inspections for the next 5 days, and we need to get some service in here as fast as possible. Please do not go down the internet rabbit hole. If you start Googling rodents and damage and things like that, it's only going to give more emotion and more fear to you that may make you make a poor decision down the road. I want to advise that you do not have to pull out all of your insulation on either your attic or your crawl space to take care of a rodent problem. Unfortunately, a lot of companies will push that because it's a high ticket, high value item. Granted, take that into consideration. Also, please make sure you're receiving a few videos or pictures during your inspections. One, to confirm that your representative did the inspection, and so that you guys can have a better idea and you guys can come to see together what's actually going on in that attic space. And so what you're seeing and what they're proposing is making sense to you. Well, I wish you guys all the best on your rodent service and situation. Should you want to make Versatech one of those choices, please feel free to give us a call. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have.